46. Let's see what that one is. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think we can still do this one. Okay. So, what opinion does your character have on just kind of the general? I'm trying to think of how to phrase this since we don't have a specific one, but I guess what is your character's opinion of like the general, you know, way things are going in the land, like the governance of the land? I know we haven't really touched on that too much, but I guess like what's your character think of the government?
It's a good question.
Maz doesn't really understand what a government does, but she thinks that that stealing should be legal.
All right.
I think Braz probably kind of understands what a government is, but mostly just is concerned about looking out for herself and her sister and now her companions, but doesn't really have a lot of opinion on government.
Okay. All right. How about Honker? Has Honker even heard?
I don't understand.
Yeah, has Honker even heard of the government?
Because, like,
Government?
yeah, definitely. Grotus has talked to me about this. And I don't understand because we're just clowns. And like, we're the government at this point, basically. Like, in my perspective, like, we're doing all their work. So
Fair point.
I'm really confused about like because Grotus told me that they were kind of worthless, but like I didn't really understand that concept really until they started like sending 2 goblins, a fucking wood puppet, and a drunken acrobat to go figure out the town's problems.
Okay, you know, I'm kind of starting to come around here to
you may have a point there.
I may be channeling other
point.
characters I've previously played, but like I kind of need to maybe want to. Who's in charge? Like,
excellent question.
And 3 of us worship a freaking rock.
Oh no, you're right.
And one of us probably would if he just was sober.
This has been a little too eye-opening, and I
This has been.
Oh my god, I honestly didn't even think of that.
Damn.
That was deep, bro.
Honker with the deep cuts. That was good.
Well, you asked me to tell you about the government, and I'm a clown, so it's a fucking joke. All of it.
I think when Grotus shows up, we're gonna have to make sure to ask Grotus what his opinion on the government is.
Yes.
That's gonna be too good, I'm sure. Oh man. All right, let me share our lovely little map here. All right. So, anyone have any remembrances of the business you guys got up to last time here in this hole in the cliff wall?
Shit ton of fights.
Indeed.
That's all I got.
All right. I mean,
sorry.
That you're not wrong. That is what happened. So yeah.
Get break it down to its most basic point.
We kicked a bunch of ass at the Hermitage
Yeah.
because obviously that's. I don't know if they make all the booze, but maybe that's why everybody's worthless. They don't get
Hey,
any
Ren.
liquor. They can't figure out what's going on. So we had to go help the monks or whatever, and we found the mayor or right there.
Yeah, like you guys did rescue the mayor.
So it was the
And
second in command that sent the goblins, the wooden toy, and the drunken guy. Okay.
yeah, so the mayor you guys rescued because he had gone here to talk to Harlock, who runs the Hermitage. You guys kind of just barely, like you guys busted into this big sanctum in here, and he seems to be being, something's going on in here. We'll get to that.
There was some critter that didn't like his reflection.
There was some demonic creature that didn't like its reflection that you guys killed.
Something as leopards?
Yeah, there was also some animals that had been like tainted with demonic energy, and you guys saved a wolf from a ritual that was going on. That's right. You also got some keys off some of the people that, well, there was a corpse that you found that had a key, and there was someone else that you found that also had a key, which happened to go to this big shiny pair of golden doors that you guys are all kind of around right now. Yeah, I am kind of a forever DM, Ren.
Well, it looks like
And Pathfinder's great.
those doors
I
open
am
and
loving it a lot,
went through.
especially even more so given recent drama with wizards.
That's what I do.
So where we picked up. So you guys, came back here to this kind of main central temple area, and there was this, this golden door that kind of asked you to cleanse the temple. And you guys open the door, and beyond there is this large sanctum shrine area in the center of the Hermitage. And it's this magnificent shrine to Gazra, the wind and the waves. The floor has this massive mosaic on it, kind of like the room that you guys were just in. And this one depicts a battle between Gazra and another god, Rovagug, in the defense of all creation. And there's these moats that cross in these kind of large arced bands across the ground. One seems to be filled with these shrieking winds, and the other one is filled with this rushing water. There's a few bridges that cross these moats to kind of go further into like the center of this little shrine in here. And on the far end of the room, there is a raised dais with an altar that is in front of two massive statues. One of them is a bearded storm elemental holding a bolt of lightning, and the other one is a stern woman wearing clothing of sea foam and like a crown out of coral. But you see there is there's a kind of darker skinned man on the ground in front of the altar here, who seems to be in the process of being berated by this other kind of man standing over him. Honker, as you open the door here with the key, you kind of hear some of the conversation here. And this guy, he's turned away from where you guys are at the door, and he's going on about something about how worship of demons is actually sanctioned by Gazra, and it's the only way to protect the wildlands on the island. And it's just kind of going on and on. He's like, he has like some book that he's reading out of, or kind of holding in one hand, as he's kind of shouting all this stuff at the guy on the floor, trying to kind of argumentate the other guy into his side. The one on the ground seems kind of nonplussed and unconvinced, and also looks a bit beat up as well, like some of the others that you guys have seen around here. In addition to the two guys on the dais here, let me kind of show everybody here. one. There's one. Okay, should see everybody there. You see a woman also kind of standing up on the dais nearby, just kind of watching over, and she sees the door opening over there. She's facing the other direction as she has these two large chains that run from her to these kind of lizard-looking creatures. They're both kind of hanging out on a couple of these bridges over the moats further in, and they both have these long chains that lead back to this woman over there. She seems to, either have tamed them or, some sort of control over them. But she notices the door opening with you all, and she kind of shouts in your direction as the door opens. It's like, "Hey! Who let you all in here? How'd you get in here? Who are you? You're not from the Hermitage."
Well, we just opened the door. No one had to let us in.
We let ourselves in.
I'm Honker.
Only those chosen by Gosra can enter this.
I'm the chosen one.
I guess
Oh,
we
no.
were chosen by your weird wind god, so we're here.
And
Shit,
she...
now Hunger's gonna go around forever saying I'm the chosen one.
Oh, no. What have we done?
What have we done? What have you done, GM? You allowed him in.
As she's as she's kind of shouting this, the man, kind of standing over the one on the floor, it kind of turns in all of your direction and kind of looks you all, and kind of furrows his brow a bit and says, "There should not be anyone else in the Hermitage here, and outsiders are not allowed in this sanctum."
Turns out, I'm the chosen one.
Oh no, he remembered the voice.
His brow kind of furrows a bit more, and he says, "Be gone from this place, blasphemer."
I mean, who's really the blasphemer? You're the one going on about demons.
You as you say this, Maz, you see like the man that's on the floor who's been being shouted at here. He kind of does a little like, yeah, nod. I think what a better way to describe that there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell him.
Fist pump.
Fist bump. But yeah, everyone go ahead and roll your initiative up in here. This woman, she kind of yanks at these chains that are holding these lizards. Like kind of whips gives the chains like a whip a bit, and it travels through the chain and smacks the lizards down there, and they kind of pick themselves up off the bridges here. Why did that stop playing? There we go. Now we have some ambience. All right, let's see what we got. Well, dang. Oh, I guess someone should control Grotus here. Oh.
No ambience, only wambulance.
Only wambulance. Let me roll Grotus's here. I'll take care of Grotus for now. Let's see, what is it? Initiative 20. All right. Nice. All right, so it looks like we have Braz at the top of the order here in this temple sanctum.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, well, I will move over here. And then... yeah. I'm going to craft an alchemist fire.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna chuck it directly at the lizardy thing in front of me.
Sounds good.
Oh, right, so ranged attack. Hit. Okay, so then 1d8 fire. Got the splash.
Nice.
And then I had the persistent one fire. I forget. I dragged that on.
Yeah. If I remember right, we set that up as an effect. So if you're targeted and then you just click the little effect button there, that should apply the effect to it. I think.
Did it work?
It looks like it. Yep, it has the effect on it.
And that is my turn.
Okay, nice. All right, so with this alchemist fire, you chuck this out. A little bit of fire kind of spreads around on this lizard and on this bridge. Some of the fire gets kind of put out quickly. That splatters down this rushing wind tunnel below. It just gets blown away quickly, but up on the bridge there's a little bit of puddle there from your alchemist fire. That brings us to... oh, what? God damn it! I accidentally started a new round. Fuck. Okay. Let me go. I know it was you guys were like a bunch at the top. Okay, we'll jump down here to Maz. Okay, Maz, we'll go with you.
Okay. Let's see. So, Maz. I guess Maz is gonna come in the room.
So, for those of you that are in the room, like Maz and Braz, like these moats as you're coming up to them here, they almost look bottomless somehow. Like you can see there's all this water rushing in this one, there's all this wind rushing in that one. You don't see any you don't see a bottom. They just seem to go on forever with this rushing wind and water. It's kind of an interesting look.
Don't like that. Careful, Maz. Don't fall over.
I'm just trying to see what I can actually do because I think I moved as much as I can move. Oh, that one has a 30-foot range. Okay. I'm gonna do acid splash on this fiend.
Okay. That hits. Nice.
Woo!
Go ahead and roll that damage.
So damage.
Nice.
And then do I... let me read it really quick because I have toggles for acid splash and then persistent, and I don't know which one I'm supposed to apply.
So if it hits, the persistent one is if you're still targeted on that lizard, click the persistent effect button next to it, and that should apply that effect.
Okay, so the persistent is only on a crit.
Oh, it's only on a crit. Okay, this wasn't.
But I do the one splash damage.
Okay, I'll just.
I
Oh, is there? Do you have a button? Oh, you have a button. Okay, then go ahead and do the one splash.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Okay. I think you still have one action. So.
Why is it saying damage 0?
I don't know. That might be something you have to figure out.
I don't like that answer.
But you do have one more action. So yeah, with these acid splashes that you're tossing on this lizard, like you're hitting these lizards, but they don't seem very phased by this at all.
Okay.
Fire might be the trick.
Yeah, Maz is just gonna get an angry look on her face, and she's gonna try and cast Produce Flame instead.
Okay. Darn, that misses.
She was too angry.
Too angry. Your flame shoots out, and unfortunately just fizzles across the lovely mosaic on the floor. Which brings us to Piranha out here in the hall. She, let's see, 5, 10, 15. She moves her speed up to the door. And as she comes up to the door here, she sees these these lizard things that are in here, and you hear her say, "What the hell are those?" Which brings us to the female up here with the chains. Let's see. She.
Oh,
Oh,
just to interrupt real quick, Maz. Last time the goat was safe the whole time. There was no deaths on the goat.
Woo!
Which I have also forgotten the name again.
that is Violet. Violet is the goat. Okay, so. So she lets out a shout and whips these chains, and the chains, like where they connect to like a collar that's around the neck of these lizards, they both come off. They are off the chains, and you notice, like these lizards, they're kind of picking themselves up and kind of salivating a bit, and you notice that their skin is really green. Like it's almost like obnoxiously green, eye-burningly green. And you can see that they seem to be drooling a bit.
Would you say it's acidic green?
Maybe. But you see, like they've begun drooling out of their mouths. You can see their forked tongues kind of flicking in and out between their fangs, and you can see you feel like you can hear little sizzles where this bit is hitting the stone floor.
They're acid lizards.
Seems that way. But yeah, so the lady shouts, and she moves up into the middle here, and just kind of readies herself with her trident that she's got. Aberdeen Ruffian out here. He comes in up behind Honker here. And, he also seems a bit taken aback at the sight of these lizards. But he tries throwing a couple daggers in the direction of this one to the north. With a 1 and a miss, and a 2. And a miss. No dice there. Violet moves up here with Piranha, And as Violet comes up here next to Piranha, Piranha kind of puts an arm around Violet here, as she's looking at these lizards, and she's like, I don't know if I want you to go in there, hun. You're looking mighty like a snack to them. Violet just kind of bows. But Violet also looks a bit hungry herself.
Goats bleat.
Bleat. Sorry, you're right. Goats do bleat.
God.
Oh my god, my immersion is ruined.
Sorry.
Now I don't know what animal is here. All I know is that if you kill this goat, it's gonna get bad, man.
Yeah.
We are emotionally invested in this goat that we just met.
Yeah. So while Piranha seems to be a bit guarded of Violet, Violet seems a bit guarded as well, and Honker and this other ruffian Piranha here. Violet seems to kind of stand her ground here, looking ready to headbutt anything that gets close. The guy up on the dais here, he moves up a little here next to one of these lizards, and he lets out this kind of like you can see this book that he's holding, like, gives off this kind of bit of a glow or something, and then his eyes glow a bit, and he lets out this kind of yell, and seems to kind of get some sort of slight similar to that kind of demonic black like smoke you were seeing coming off the like the leopards in that other room there. You start seeing this kind of these wisps of this black smoke kind of coming off this guy's body here. And he kind of he has a shield with him as well, and he kind of puts that up in front of himself there on this bridge. Honker.
Well, I'm Honker will use, kind of try and back out of the room a little bit till he backs into Violet, and then he'll cast Chill Touch on the woman.
Yeah, chill her out.
All right. She fails her save.
Okay, failure is damage. She's living, right?
She is, yes.
Not for long.
That's the spirit.
That's ominous.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. All right. So the ruffian out here.
Okay, but side tangent, what if Violet doesn't bleat and is instead one of those screaming goats?
Oh my god, even better.
Oh man.
Please tell me Violet is a screaming goat.
Maybe we'll say that Violet's a screaming goat when the battle really gets going. Violet, rages and screams. But for now, regular goat. All right, the other ruffian moves up here, and he also, let's see, what is this one? He draws a dagger off of his belt, and I'm not quite sure how this works because it's not a spell. It says that it casts demoralize, or like he demoralizes. Okay, gonna guess that's some sort of like minus to, let's see, demoralize.
Yeah, it's an action, so it's like a shout or a taunt or like a really bad joke or something.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like intimidate. It looks like.
Yeah, it's an intimidate against the enemy's will, or the enemy's will. Say.
Okay, so the target is shaken. With shaken, we got a -2 penalty on attack rolls. Okay, so he draws this dagger off of his belt and points it kind of across the moats here at this lady, and shouts, "I don't know who the hell all you are, but you can get the hell out of our town." And that rolls a, what is this? 20.
Hey, mister.
You're a big meanie.
That's rude because like some of these people actually live here. Like they're the bar rabble that we.
Yeah, the bar rabble and clowns that have come to save the town.
What is happening in this country?
Oh man.
They took send in the clowns a little too literally.
Yeah, for real. Oh man. All right, well that does successfully go, and she is demoralized, so she has a -2 to her attacks. Welcome.
And to join.
Welcome, Grotus.
Yes.
Made it.
Oh wait, we have to make sure and get Grotus's answer to the question.
Oh, yeah, we had a very interesting getting to know you question that seems like something we would want Grotus's answer for.
Hit me.
What is Grotus's opinion on the government?
You talking about the government that like fucking takes in coins and hands out cheese? Or you talking about the government that lives in your mind, man? Governs your feelings, governs what you see, governs when you die. That's the only kind of government. That's the government I'm the president of. Shit.
My God, it was better than I thought it'd be.
This is everything I'd hoped for.
Now you know about the reptile people, right? They the ones who should be in charge, but they ain't.
Funny you should say that, because there are a couple of acidic reptiles in this room right now.
As we speak.
Nice. See, I just wanted them to have like the reverse of like the current tinfoil conspiracies that like, oh, the reptilians are infiltrating everything, and he's like, no, they're keeping the reptilians out, and that's why everything sucks.
Oh man. Amazing. So right now we're in the midst of it here in the sanctum of the Hermitage. There's these two kind of bright green acid saliva dripping lizards, and then this kind of another one of these ladies with the trident, and then this guy who had a book who was berating another man who was still kind of prone up on the ground, looking a little roughed up on the dais there. But yeah, we're just getting into it. So, let's see. Ruffian used Demoralize. That went off fine. Let's see. Medium Fiend. Which one is this one? Why aren't you showing me the number?
Secret.
Oh.
When you guys get a moment, would whoever's controlling Grotus be okay with sharing their I didn't set up
Here.
fantasy to my work computer yet.
Oh. I see what you mean. Here, quick, you can go ahead and take Grotus back then. I didn't realize that's what he was saying.
What's going on?
Or well, actually, here, Here, I can do it. He was asking if you could do the little screen share thing so he can see.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's the wrong button.
Why don't you want to share your screen, Moog? What are you hiding from us?
Story secrets.
Dicks.
Yep, but as I am live streaming this Pathfinder game, my other screen is chock full of dicks.
I've seen the drama. It's deep fake of all of our characters, but like actually clowning around instead of doing this stuff.
Oh man. All right. So, let's see what's from this. This is the South Lizard. Okay, yeah, this is the South Lizard. It, mouth open, rushes up across the bridge here towards you, Braz. It's a little spooky. And let's see. It takes a bite at you. Misses.
That's right. You can kiss my goblin ass.
It tries again. Still misses. Oh, and that was its turn, and it took some persistent fire damage. That's right. Okay, good. That is working properly. It did do that. Let's see. Did it apply the damage, though? Let's see. It rolled the check. It didn't do the damage.
Yeah, the damage is in the one above it. It did
Oh,
the damage.
oh, it did the damage. Oh,
damage,
sorry.
so
It went
yeah.
out of order than what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. Looks like the check is a... Like if
Because if it rolls a 15, it'll shrug off the damage going forward.
That's right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it failed that check, so it's still on fire. Nice. Cool. Okay, so that did work. Nice. All right, the other lizard up here. He also kind of runs 5, 10, 15, kind of scampers his lizardy way up over this bridge here in the direction of Aberton Ruffian. And he takes a chomp. Or 2. And a 1. Ooh, hits. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
That's
It's
not
alright.
good.
Pilot, so it's fine.
It's not fun. So this lizard
Sorry.
runs up, takes a chomp out of this ruffian, a critical hit, and this ruffian goes down, screaming from the acid burning from this lizard.
I'm sure he's fine.
Somewhat unpleasant for you to be standing next to, Honker. You might remember this in the future during your sleep. And that will be that one's turn.
I don't have eyelids, so I imagine my night terrors are excruciating to witness. I just like,
All eyes open and screaming.
yeah, all the time.
Okay, and we should have I accidentally had done it's starting up on another round here, but we haven't gotten to Grotus yet, so we'll have Grotus take their turn here before we start in on that. So Grotus is just on the other side of the door here in the kind of initial room with the tiled floor just outside the sanctum. You just heard the screams of a dying man, the sizzling of acid just around the corner.
Another Tuesday night.
Yeah. Grotus is into some acid. He could do a trip. So he bursts in there, and who looks like they're real, harshing the vibe in the room? Where's he getting the most, hostile energy? He just pops in and vibes. Yeah.
I would say probably from the lizards, just because it's more of like an animalistic, angry hunger.
Okay. So he, I guess as he moves in, eyes the lizard, moves into melee with the lizard, drops into his stumbling stance, and then just kind of like spins around, raises his arm up high, and then falls over in an elbow drop like a pine tree. It's just been chopped down.
All right.
So roll this unarmed strike or his punch or whatever I have it. The
Thanks for coming, Ren.
D8 one there.
All right. That hits. Deals a nice chunk of damage to this lizard. Like it was still trying to chomp down on this priest, and you came down with the elbow on it.
Okay. I have a thing, and it's going to require you to like look at one of my abilities or whatever.
Sure.
But I have a thing. It's under a stumbling stance, which is in one of my abilities.
Mm-hmm.
It says something about fainting. I can do a feint as a something action using a skill, and I want to be able to use feint to make this guy flat-footed. My flurry of blows, which is coming up after that.
Okay. Let's see.
So you get a +1 to that feint because of this.
Yeah, it looks like it's a deception check. So we'd roll a deception check with a +1, and
Okay.
then that flat foots them.
I can't actually do that this turn because I realize I moved, I stanced, and I strike. So that's 3.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'll need to use that once I'm already in stance and in melee. That'll be one of my actions. Because I can do that and still attack 3 times because of flurry of blows.
Okay. Okay, so flat-footed. Okay, that'll be there. I gotta deal with that next time. Okay, so
And if they hit you, they become flat-footed. I don't know if you see that.
oh yeah, I see that
That's
too.
one of my favorite things. That's one of my favorite stumbling stance, Grotus like character ability, synchronous things. Is like he's better when you punch him. Like if you swing on him first, he's got some way to like squirm into it and then find you in the ribs. Or just have you ever seen Drunken Master starring Jackie Chan? It's got all of them.
Okay. All right, so it's Violet's turn, and I forgot that Violet had a reaction thing. So she was currently trying to protect the people right around here close to her, and so that should have triggered a reaction from Violet. Let me do that real quick. That would have been a... Okay, that would have missed. Anyways, okay, now it's Violet's actual turn. So Violet sees this Aberton ruffian go down. A friend. Violet is mad. Violet screams. A goat scream. And backs up a little bit here into Pruana. And then runs forward at this lizard thing, getting a critical hit with the horns. Goddamn.
Oh, that screaming pumped her up.
Dealing a significant bit of damage, like really digging into this thing, knocks it, like almost kind of knocks it back a little bit from the force of its blow. And then after this hit, it takes it uses its last action to kind of move back here by you, Honker, and Pruana to kind of get out of range of this thing.
How cool would it be if there was like a screaming goat who screamed like damaged enemies? So cool.
Goat with psychic powers. Oh man. All right, Pruana. She also is a bit distraught about this companion of hers going down, and is going to come take it out on this lizard. And she moves up, kind of taking the place, almost kind of standing over the body of her fallen comrade here, tears in her eyes, and she starts wailing haymakers on this lizard. Let's see. So actually, this should be. Oh wait, sorry, she can't do that yet because she hasn't attacked this thing before. She starts doing regular smacks. Okay, we got one hit. Nice. And that does what is needed. She knocks this lizard and she kicks it into the as best as she can. Like it's fairly heavy, but she does manage to get it at least partially into this moat of winds, and the force of the wind just kind of almost like sucks this lizard's body like off into whatever void that is connected to. And that lizard is gone. Let's see, which one's this one? This one's number 9. Let me remove lizard number 9. Okay. Alright, that ruffian is... Oops. These guys' names are too long. I can't see which one they are. Six. Okay. Alright, that's the one down there. Alright, the ruffian down here, he's kind of intending to keep a bit of distance from this other fiend here, seeing his friend go down. But he chucks a couple daggers in this one's direction. He goes 1. Miss. 2. Hit. Nice. And 3. Critical miss. A little bit of damage there. This ruffian is unfortunately a bit dead. Honker.
I'll stay where I'm at and use chill touch again on priest.
Okay.
Like her.
Alright, she succeeds on that save.
Okay, so then I will oh man, kind of too big to come up with a dad joke on the spot, so I'll get it for next turn. But I will inspire courage in Moz.
Okay. Alright, Maz, you feel bolstered and uplifted. And maybe even a little bit of silliness.
The power of friendship!
Alright. Which brings us to the guy over here. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 25. Alright, so he runs across these bridges here with shield up, trident at the ready, and he takes a stab at... Why can I not click on your weapon, my dude? That's weird. Huh. For some reason I can't roll his weapon. I can't click on it. Unless... Oh,
He's lost privileges.
he's lost privileges. Let me see if I can do it from his... I can't even do it from his character sheet. What the fuck? Alright, well, I'll just do it manually. So I'll just add... Let's see, 18 plus 11. Okay, that definitely hits. Can we do the damage? And I gotta do the damage manually. Okay. Alright, so 6 damage to Grotus. And he strikes again. So this will be minus 2, so that's not that plus that. That's gonna miss. Yeah, with the multiple attack debuff. Okay, and then that one misses. And he hunkers down behind his shield here. Braz, you got an acid dripping lizard in front of you.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it,
Indeed.
if we're being honest. So, and he tried to bite me. I
He
really
did.
don't appreciate it.
He did.
That's very rude. So I'm gonna smack him in the face with my club many times.
Understandable.
Teach him some manners.
And that hits. All right.
Dumbass lizard trying to bite my ass.
Oof. A miss on that one. And a miss on that one. Aw.
I'm just so angry.
Just so angry.
I'm a little bit ruled by my emotions.
Alright, Grotus. A dude with a shield and the trident is here wailing on you.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because just before that I was going to say Grotus was going to loudly yell, "Who just hit me?" But still going with stumbling stance, that's perfectly correct. So yeah, who just hit me? And he grabs and kind of rolls along the shaft of the trident that was just thrust at him.
Okay.
So he kind of like hip rolls towards the wielder and does an open hand slap across the face, like with the bottom of the palm going right towards the cheekbone.
Okay.
So he is flat-footed because he just did melee damage
That's
against me.
true. He is flat-footed. Mm-hmm.
And the stumbling strike has the backstabber trait, which means flat-footed enemies get +1 precision damage when I hit.
Nice.
He's flat-footed. If this hits, +1 damage.
Ah. It's a 1.
Can I hero point that?
You sure can. Talk about a turnaround on the hero point.
Gravy.
1 to a 20. Fuck
The
yeah.
comeback story to end all comeback
Holy fuck.
stories.
Jeepers.
Beautiful.
All right, you lay into with this smack as you kind of get up in his business. He steps kind of it almost kind of knocks him off balance a bit, and he kind of quickly uses the trident to catch himself before he like falls over into this moat of wind here from the force of that. All right.
So next, I'm going to do that deception roll to feint.
Okay.
And if that succeeds, he'll be flat-footed against me again. Then I'll do flurry of blows, which lets me just do my next 2 attacks as part of 1 action.
Cool. All right. So we gotta go ahead and do the deception check then. Let's see what we get here. That definitely passes. So he is flat-footed still.
So does kind of like a little mambo shuffle with his hips, like he lost the thread of what's happening. And finishes it off with like some Muay Thai knees to the gut.
All right. That's a hit. Very nice. Very nice.
So don't also get the +1 damage for.
Oh, that's right. So that would be a
didn't-
10.
I added it the first time, but not this last one.
Okay, I'll do that manually for you while I'm in here. Let's see. Where is he at in the list? It's +1.
Yeah,
so
with
that-
no last action, yeah. Just one more strike, but he won't be flat-footed or anything for this one.
Okay.
And these all go down the scale of like this will be the third attack bonus, right?
Yeah, same penalties.
Okay. All right, that still hits.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee. Is it enough? It is enough! Alright. Alright. Hell of a show with that crit there. So you knock this guy over. The trident, as he falls to the ground, this trident that he was holding falls into this moat and kind of whooshes off. It actually like whooshes under the bridge and then kind of gets shot out the other side and like embeds in the far wall from the force of the wind here. And then he is on the ground and out.
Stabbed me once.
No kidding. All right, Maz. Lizard business down here in the south.
Maz doesn't like these lizards, for the record. She is going to.
Really glad you clarified that. I think it's important that we have a running list of who we do and do not like.
I mean, Maz thinks so.
So hard to keep up with who we're in with and who we're not.
We gotta take notes of the Maz and Braz shit list.
I mean,
My shit list is
where are
long.
they supposed to know who they punch in the face if they don't tell each other who they don't like?
You have a point there.
Sisters
Um,
together.
She is still going to attack the lizard,
Okay.
but she's gonna use her bladed hoop.
All right. Hoop ahoy.
Is it in
Funny.
her melee range?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, it's a little kind of funky down here with this, but like, it's on the bridge, and you two like
Okay,
Braz
she's
is
just-
like right in this middle of the base of the bridge, and you're like next to the base of the little bridge.
She's just gonna use her ranged one then.
Okay, that's fine.
She has short arms.
Also a fair point. That hits.
Beautiful.
Very nice, very nice. Good, good.
Okay,
Alright, got a couple more actions. What are you doing?
she attack again.
Nice.
That still hits. Nice. Nice rolls even with those secondary attack debuffs.
She's just gonna keep attacking.
Yep, it's going good so far.
That one didn't roll well enough. Okay.
And that one is a miss.
Okay.
It's all good. You still got 2 hits out of that one. You get some good slices to this green glowy boy here on the bridge. And you did so good, you're actually at the top of the next round, Maz. Right again.
Ah!
Goblin Rage!
Is that your battle cry? I love it.
She heard Violet scream and was inspired.
Beautiful.
She attack.
It hit. Damn, Maz laying into this lizard for the sake of her sister.
You have avenged my bum.
Indeed.
Good.
Bum avenged. Successful. Alright, this lizard goes down as well.
I imagine we can't make it go into the endless abyss in a cool way because we're so tiny.
I mean, both of you together could probably work together to push it off the bridge into the water.
Just imagine though, like there'd be a lot of struggle, and it would not be graceful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, Maz, you still got a couple actions, and you know, if you want, you could always hold those with Braz to push this thing into the moat to get it gone for good for sure. if you really want to.
I mean, she would probably like push it with her hoop, like two-hand the hoop, and then just like push it in.
Probably a good call, considering how obnoxiously green this thing is. Might be best not to touch it directly for
I just
prolonged
imagine
periods
that
of time.
episode of Family Guy where Peter's got the dead frog because he stabbed the holes in the frog, not the box, and he's trying to like move it with the box lid and he can't pick it up.
I know which one you're talking about. Oh man.
Yeah, I think Maz is gonna try and push it into the moat.
All right. Well, how about why don't you do a strength check for me?
This doesn't have a strength check.
Oh, right.
Unless you're wanting me to roll like a strength, like
Yeah, you have a strength
base
roll.
thing.
Yeah, strength roll. It's like on the where it says
Okay.
bonus and the little dice
your
thing. It's a little rough for you.
It's
a
hoping
little
you
too
would
heavy on
say
your own.
athletics.
And are we doing this together?
Yeah, okay. If you're doing it together, Braz, how about you do a roll as well, and we'll see what that all adds up to. Okay, all right. With the two of you, Braz a little more so, but the two of you together, you manage to push the body of this gross acidic lizard into the water moat with a splash and a whoosh, and it disappears quickly.
I spent all my strength killing it.
Fair.
You did great.
My goblin rage sapped my strength.
All right. Which leaves us with this last priestess here, and she stays where she is over here across these moats, and she tosses her trident. Ooh. Oh, damn. She chucks her trident across these moats at this other Aberton ruffian here, who is doing demoralize on her. And that still hit anyway with a crit. And he pretty much got tridented to the wall from this.
Damn.
Unpleasant.
I mean, yeah, but on behalf of her, like, could move.
Okay, but
Badass bitch right there.
silver lining, everyone. She only has one trident.
We hope.
And after she tosses this and sees this guy go down, she begins running down this direction towards you two.
Feck.
Ademo Glemuffins, I'm sorry, but I have to say this. Holy shit, you look like a red-headed dwarf.
Thank you, Rose. I appreciate it. Alright. Grotus.
Grotus is going to summon on his experience from his rodeo clown days and then try to go over there and draw the ire of the angry thing and
Okay.
then dodge around the attacks to come.
Alright.
So he's already in stumbling stance. He's going to move towards Our Lady.
Okay.
He's going to do his faint Aruni thing, the deception roll.
Okay. Go ahead and roll deception then.
Oh. So that's me. I'm like
You're good.
reading other stuff on my sheet.
You're good.
Then
So-
Panda clicking the wrong roll, so here's the right.
Okay.
Two character sheets. It's
All
really
right.
hard to-
Deception with that 15. Okay, that passes. So the feint does work. So she is flat-footed.
Okay. And here comes a flurry of blows. So 2 strikes.
Get her, Grotus. Get her.
Hit.
That's this one's got the +1 damage.
Oh,
Nice. That's okay. I'll manually do the +1. That's
I
fine.
didn't actually drop that damage on her either. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll do that for you. Let me get this pulled back in here. So it's what, 6 or 7. It's gonna put it to
Nice.
16. And then that is also a hit. Nice. Another 7.
Well done.
And that's my 3 actions. Yeah, move, feint, and then flurry of blows is 2 attacks.
All right. Violet, back here, still seems pretty determined to make sure that Piranha and Honker here are protected, but she kind of moves over here and kind of sadly rubs her head against the guy tridented to the wall. Piranha also is looking a bit distraught. Shit's gotten real fast for the town ruffians here. And she just kind of moves over to Violet here, between Violet and this lady, fists up, just, trying to be strong through the tears. But she wants to make sure she doesn't lose anyone else. Braz.
Okay. So I'm not gonna actually move my thing so it's not all crowded, but I'm gonna move up next to Grotus,
Okay, that's fine. Yep.
and then I'm gonna attack her twice with my club.
All right, it's Macaroni. Oof, miss. And and a critical miss. God damn.
That's my turn.
All right, Honker.
Honker's utterly horrified. He's never seen violence like this. He didn't really. This is the first time like comprehending that this is capable. So
That's a good point. This is.
he will cast Phantom Pain.
Okay.
Yeah. So she'll take some damage.
Okay. All right. She is not looking good.
And then I'll use Inspire Courage on Goddess. That's my turn.
All right. Top the next round with Grotus. And he finishes off.
And with the inspiration of courage, what does that do?
It does attack 1, damage +1, saves against like fear and statuses +1.
Yeah. It should be that should work. Like it should, as long as like when you roll, you'll get +1 to your attack automatically.
Nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna try the same kind of routine because she didn't hit me with a melee strike.
Yeah,
So
she hasn't had something between your last hit and this one.
Okay, so another deception roll to feint.
Okay.
Then flurry of blows for 2 melee strikes.
Nice. 20 on the deception roll. Definitely faints there. Flat-footed she be. Oh, miss.
The second one, she's not flat-footed no more.
Okay.
Oh wait, I didn't flat. foot. I didn't put flat-footed on that one. Does a 15 hit?
Let me double check. Let's see. She is.
It was either 15 or 16. Yeah, Curtis was hit with a 15 before, it looks like.
Okay, yeah, then that would have. Go ahead and roll damage then.
With a +1.
Yeah, damage with +1. That's true.
It's rec day in Missouri, so I'm celebrating a little bit. I'm kind of getting slow.
You're all good. All right.
Okay, so then here's this second attack.
All right.
I'm sorry.
That one misses.
Okay. That's your 3 actions, right? I think.
Was
I
the feint and the flurry of blows.
Deception flurry is 2 attacks for 1 action, so I still have 1 action left to do my 3rd unarmed attack.
All right. Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
No, we
Sure
can't.
can try. Definitely try.
Well, shit.
That's all right.
Okay, we have 2 people before she attacks again.
That's true. Like Piranha, like she sees you all kind of crowding up here around the bridge, and she's kind of looking leerily at this moat, and doesn't really want to get much closer, and especially given what's been happening to her dudes. She kind of calls out to you all, and it's like, looks like you all got this handled. I'll back you up. Maz.
Never mind, we have 1 person before.
No, I don't blame her. I mean, she's covered our asses this whole time. She's
Okay.
seriously lost Violet. Like, I respect that decision.
Maz is going to stay where she is because it's getting a little crowded, and she doesn't want to get knocked into that moat.
Yep.
But she's gonna use her ranged hoop.
Mm-hmm. That hits. Is it enough? It do be.
Woo!
The final blow goes to Maz.
Maz is good at getting the final blows.
Yeah.
Nice hooping.
Nice whooping indeed. All right, so you're all here in this sanctum. There's still like this guy who's kind of beaten up, looking rough, is still up there on the dais. Let me get you a picture of him here. There you go. This is the guy up on the dais here, but you know he sees you all putting in the work here, and he kind of tries to at least push himself up from prone on the ground. He's trying to kind of hold himself up with his hands, as he sees you guys clear out the rest of these here. And he's like, how did you pass through the doors to the temple? You weren't of the Hermitage.
I mean,
We're the chosen ones.
Well, I put my trust in the wind and waves, and here you are, so I guess that makes sense. It is Gosra's will that you be here. Oh, I am so sorry for all of the trouble that you have gone through. Harlock, by the way, Harlock Hamdeal. I run the Hermitage here, and I will be happy to tell you all that I know, but I think I may need a bit of rest first. They have not treated me well.
Yeah, they didn't really seem like the hospitable type.
Yeah, for a guy who runs the Hermitage, you sure let the Hermitage go to shit.
Yeah, seems like you lost a little control there.
It does, indeed. And I will tell you all that I know. I have made some errors of judgment, it seems, or at least did not see what I should have seen. Let things get too far before it was too late. Please, before you leave, before I go and rest, he kind of points over towards one of the statues near him here. You see like a staff, and you see a staff kind of leaning up against one of these statues here, and he says, "Please, take that with you for your troubles." Let me put these in the party sheet here.
Maz is just like, well, you don't have to tell me twice.
Put that there. Okay. In the party sheet, it is there's two things actually, Maz. Like, and you head over there and grab that. It's a staff. This head of the staff is carved in the shape of a monkey, and there is also a small pin that is kind of fastened to the top of the staff as well, that you're able to take off and have separately if you wish. The pin is also in the shape of the head of a monkey. You're not sure what they do, but they seem neat.
Wonderful. We're being paid in monkey trinkets.
I love it.
He's gonna yell back at the guy. What's it do?
So he, as you call this out here, he's like, actually, let me identify these for you.
Although I have a very important question about the staff.
Yeah.
How tall is it?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
If it's like me and her size, it's a stick.
It is like as tall or a little taller than you would be. It's a staff for like more of a human sized person. So
Excellent.
it's a big bonking stick. For the staff, he mentions that it will help you. It will help you with handling animals, and it also has a few spells to assist. Specifically, it can cast. Let's see. It can cast No Direction as a cantrip, which let's see. It instantly tells you the direction of north from your current position. So it lets you know where you're looking on the compass.
As a compass.
Yeah, it's basically a compass cantrip. And then it also, as a first level, can cast Magic Fang, which is... It gives one natural weapon or unarmed strike of the subject a +1 enhancement bonus on attack and damage rolls. So yeah, basically you can basically enhance your damage rolls with that, and it can also do Summon Animal, which allows you to, let's see what it can summon. Summon an animal to fight for you. You summon a common creature that has the animal trait whose level is -1, such as those in below. So at the first, or wait, no, this is a level 1. Yeah, this is level 1. Alright, there's a few different things this can summon. Things like a ball python, a camel, cave scorpion, electric eel, giant cockroach, giant fly, giant frog, giant gecko, giant skunk, giant tick, goblin dog, hippocampus, a hunting spider, a hyena, rat swarm, reef octopus, riding dog, riding horse, Sarconian wolf, squirrel swarm. Oh my god. Vampire bat swarm. Oh my god. Well, that's gonna be fun. And then the other little pin, a little monkey head pin. This is a talisman that you can affix to yourself, and when you activate it, you can use a climb action, and if you succeed, you can move your full distance speed during a climb. So, typically when you're climbing, you do like half your distance, but with this you can go full distance up. And if you fail, then you won't be able to you wouldn't be able to climb. But when successful, you can full speed climb. So some useful things.
Well, Maz doesn't know what a compass is, but she likes everything else.
Groot is. He's interested in that pen.
Cool. Yep, they're both party sheets. Feel free to grab whichever. Harlock, as he's kind of standing up, they are normal squirrels, not flying squirrels. They're just a swarm of normal squirrels.
Yeah, as it should be.
Damn. So as Harlock's kind of picking himself off the ground here, he says, please, you're welcome to rest in our large guest rooms just to the south outside the doors here, and I will rest up as well as best that I can, and then I will tell you all that I know. It seems that it may be of great import to Aberton and, well, all of us on the Isle of Arran. And he kind of slowly makes his way out of the room here, probably heading for his quarters to try to get some rest and relaxation here. The rooms that he mentioned, like when you guys were going through here last time, the large rooms just to the south of the kind of the tiled room outside where you guys are, the ones that have like a tub and dressers and a nice bed and stuff, those ones he has kind of freely offered to you all to use to kind of rest up and take care of yourselves for a bit while he tries to heal up a bit himself as well.
Well, that's nice. We take the opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, sure. This would be a good time. So if anybody's wanting to try to do any healing or do any medicine checks for what is it, the whatever that's called, the out of combat.
Cry for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, or cry in a corner. Pruana might be doing that.
I'm good. Somehow I managed to not sustain any damage.
Let's see, who is damaged? Maz is kind of damaged. Grotus is. Okay, yeah. Some of you got a little bit of damage on you. I know some of you picked up, what is it, war medic or field medic or something. Something like that.
I don't think Grotus has any medicine training. If he does, he'll attempt it.
Oh, that's right. That's who took it. I knew someone had.
Oh, I didn't take battle medic. I just have.
Oh yeah, you're just trained and able to
Yeah.
do. Okay, so 16, nice. And I think if it was successful, it's like a D. Is it a 4, a D4 at this point of heal? Or let me check. Medicine. Check to heal Pathfinder. Let's see, treat. Okay, so you care for a creature. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so 16 would pass. Oh, that's right. This is the thing where like a 15 passes. That's the base amount, but you can state that you want to do a higher DC if you want to try to heal a higher amount.
Yeah, so as you take different feats, it'll like give you bonuses to it, or like the battle medicine allows you to do it more than once and stuff.
Yeah, let's see.
But it's always going to be 2d8 or 4d8. Or they'll take damage if you critically fail.
Yeah, so a 2d8. So
Oh no, I did do the battle medicine. I'm sorry, I do have that.
okay, so you can't do that during fights. Nice. All right, so go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a 2d8 for me, Braz, for the heals. And who are you currently doing the heals on? Is this on Maz or
Maz.
on Maz? Okay. So Maz heals for 12.
Okay.
Go ahead and fix that for you there.
And then I actually have battle medicine too, so I can do Grotus.
Okay, sure. So go ahead and roll a medicine check. That definitely passes. Well, actually, a 23. That would be. Would that be a crit? I forget. Crit does a crit have to be 10 above or?
Yeah, it's 10 above.
Okay, so not quite. Not quite. It'd have to be a 25 to be a crit. But okay, but you still get to roll 2d8. So go ahead and roll 2d8s, and we'll see what that heals up Grotus for. Alright, 7 and 7. Alright, so Grotus is fully healed.
Nice.
I'll go ahead and fix that. Boom. Cool. Alright. So you guys take a little bit of time kind of resting up down here in these kind of finer guest rooms of the Hermitage. And, after you guys have had a little bit of rest, and as you guys are in here, you're kind of resting and taking care of yourselves. You're surprised by a knock at your various doors, and you see Harlock. That would be the strat, Rose. That would be the strat. You're surprised to see Harlock. He's kind of bandaged himself up a bit, and kind of holding himself up with a crutch, just to kind of help. But he knocks on all of your doors, and mentions that he has made a little bit of food in the dining hall, if you all want to come and partake. And he kind of hobbles off with his crutch to the dining hall to the south.
Hell yeah.
All right, let me get you guys.
Yeah, I'll join you guys for a late night snack.
Narrow hallways. Not that we need to be on the battle map for this, but whatever. Immersion. I'll get Honker in here. There we go. Okay. We are all down in the dining hall. Honker's in the corner.
So, what did he make?
Let's see. What did Harlock make? Let's see. Nothing too fancy. It looks like he set out some salted meats from the pantry here, and there's also some bread, which looks like he has warmed up a little bit from the hearth, and some simple cheeses. So nothing too fancy, but it's food's food. And, a little bread and meat and cheese is good for the soul. So
A
Maz.
little bit of bread, meat, and cheese is a sandwich.
there you go. Fair point indeed. All right, so let's see. Let me pull up. Where is?
I'm gonna step away for just a minute and go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is kind of about that time. So if you do need to go to the bathroom, let's go ahead and take a quick break here. Bio, get some water, whatever the heck, and then we'll come back and finish this out with what Harlock knows. So we'll be back in a moment. What?
What is here?
What is here indeed?
These are all questions that Hunker is asking because he's kind of messed up.
And we will find the answers here
Will we?
in the Twilight Zone. All right, so you all sit down around the table here with Harlock and some good sandwich materials, as it were. And Harlock kind of lowers himself down in a chair with the help of this crutch, and kind of places his hands upon the table and kind of lets out this really heavy sigh. And he says, "I suppose I should start at the beginning. The Hermitage here of Blessed Lightning, it was established to protect and learn from the Aaron Tower, which is an ancient landmark a few miles inland. You might have spotted it on your journey here, actually. I must say, we hermits know very little about it. It was created by the Aeroden thousands of years ago, but what we do know is at its summit is something we call the Aeon Orb, so named because it orbits around the summit of the tower the way an Aeon stone orbits the head of its owner. But lore that was passed down to me from the previous masters of the Hermitage suggests that there's more to it than just some fancy floating stone on a tower. They say that the Aeon Orb is a powerful artifact that enriches life for dozens of miles in all directions from the tower. It makes the land more abundant, the seasons milder, the harvests more bountiful. But in the recent generations, however, it seems that the bounty is fading. The soil is drying out, the vegetation is stunted. Some crops that used to grow won't grow at all. Birth rates among the animals that we care for are declining. There were some here at the Hermitage that blamed the townspeople of Aberton for this decline, but I suspect there's something else happening here. I think the Aeon Orb's power has begun to fail. The Isle of Arran is dying.
Got anything to back up this notion?
Well, there were some things that I saw leading up to the events here at the Hermitage in recent weeks. I tried to understand the Aeon Orb and perhaps restore its power. Its nature eludes me, but I made a few trips to the Aaron Tower over the years. Nothing there directly provided me any clues, but on my most recent visit, just a few weeks ago, there were some foul-smelling creatures that hurled spears at me before I could get close. I believe they were some sort of reptilian humanoid. I believe they are called Zulgaths, I believe is the term for them, or maybe troglodytes, something of that sort. I spied them from a distance. There's at least a dozen that I saw, and they are accompanied by what looked to be large lizards, several demons. It was a rather unpleasant surprise, but I soon had my hands full here at the Hermitage dealing with this newcomer that came to us, named Beleni. And she seems to, well, once she was here, she stoked resentment among the hermits, and I didn't have much of a chance to investigate further what was going on at the tower. It seems obvious to me in hindsight, but the sudden rise of demon worship here must be connected to the demons accompanying these Zulgaths in the Aaron Tower. I overheard a few of the most debased of my former priests say they plan to visit the Aaron Tower and speak to someone named Kavnakash, I believe was the name. I think he is their leader. Maybe has some sort of power over these demons.
Aaron Tower, full of demons, but it's got the Aeon Orb keeping everything nice. We gotta find Calcash. He's their leader. Put his demon ass on ice.
Yes.
So we're just supposed to go to this tower and take care of this Kevin person and get your shiny ball.
Yes.
Like what I said. I mean, right.
You have.
We're circus people, right?
Yeah, like we have shows to put on.
I mean,
I don't even know how to read.
How am I supposed to expose myself to large groups of people?
I'm made of wood.
I mean, you have done so much for Aberton and my Hermitage already with your assistance here, and I know that your shows, I have heard from some of the townsfolk or from some of the Hermitage members who had gone that way that you've brought much joy to this area, but there is more that you can do to bring happiness and peace once again to this land. The Aaron Tower, with these demons and Zolgath infesting in it, perhaps we can work together to restore life and harmony to this land.
Yeah, but see, the circus pays me. Being a little hero does not.
I mean, we are happy to give you our treasures. This, the staff, the pin. If there's anything else that you picked up in the Hermitage while you were helping to clear out these demon worshippers, you're more than welcome to keep it. As thanks for your service here. I mean, it may not be quite as direct of a payment as what you might expect from a show and the tickets that one gets from it, but there's certainly much to be gained from peace and harmony in the land. That's a kind of joy and happiness that is beyond even what one show can do.
Yeah, but we can just leave and go to a different place that doesn't have all this crap happening.
And you would
Look,
leave us to our fate?
We're gonna do this. We just need you to understand that you're asking a lot of us. We just come into town to perform a circus, and I just saw somebody get impaled next to me.
Yes, I understand.
I mean, we don't need your people.
He came into town and our ringleader got murdered, and now we're being asked to save the world. This is a lot.
I did not
Yeah.
sign up for this.
You're hiring an interior designer to be an assassin. It's hard shit,
I mean, we'll figure it out, but we're just not the best for the job. I hope you understand that.
I mean, I do.
Yeah, if some adventurers in plate metal armor with magic staffs and shit will come walking through here, don't tell them that we were good. Tell them they can send them our way right away. We need those reinforcements. Do we even look like fucking adventurers?
I mean, you certainly aren't of the regular sort I would expect, but you seem plenty capable, despite your backgrounds. I mean, I know you may not be the most well-equipped, but, I mean, the Isle of Arran is a bit of a calm country backwater of an island. I can't really say that strength and toughness in the face of battle is really something that many of us have here, but you've you've come here, and your show has become entwined in our fates, as it were, with your ringleader being killed, and all of this business with the Hermitage and my former brothers and sisters that lost their way.
Look, we'll do it, but we're gonna complain the whole time.
The whole time.
And that is certainly your right. I will not forbid you from complaint over your state in life. That is perfectly
you could
acceptable.
never forbid me to do that.
How far is the march
It's
to
true.
this?
She never shuts up.
You're one to talk, Maz.
The tower is about 15 miles inland from here. It's hard to miss. It's a 200-foot tall tower. You'll see it ahead of you the entire way. I do believe, if you permit me a moment, I do have some rough outlines of some of the interior that may be useful to you. I had in my several ventures there, I had a little bit of time to map things out, but I didn't really get all the way through it. And he kind of picks himself up off the table and shuffles out the hallway towards his room for a moment to go, find these maps that he's talking about.
Guys, I don't like the sound of this at all.
As soon as he leaves, I pull out my juggling pins and I start juggling. And I say, "Look, I'm Harlock Hamdeal. I'm gonna hire a circus to save the town." And I just dance around.
I love you, Honker. Fucking love you.
Yeah. Like, are these people nuts? Like, you're telling me that in all the land we're the best they can find to, like, save their town? Why can't they just come together as a town and deal with it themselves?
I think anybody cool figured out his place. He's worth it a while. Like they're hardcore tough ass ruffians. Come on.
Well, to be fair, there's a few less ruffians now.
Oh, pour one out for Muppets, but I've seen rougher scumbags. Let's just say that.
I mean, at least that goat has some serious moves.
Oh, Violet. I would follow Violet into any battle.
But you know what I'm
Tell him
saying.
that.
Weaker thugs, weaker heroes. They're the best they got.
That's really sad.
And so he, after a few minutes here, Harlock comes back in with a couple of rolled scrolls under his arm, and he plops them down on the table here. And let's see, get these up here. Let's see, what are all... Make sure I have the right maps here.
He tries to be helpful and just gives us a map of the complete wrong place. And we get there and we're like, what the fuck is that?
Was it a match?
Let's see.
Cronus is looking at the maps, trying to use his photographic memory, which he doesn't have. Being like, I admire your initiative in giving us the maps, but we don't know what we're even looking for when we're there, though, right? We just know there's going to be demons and a Kevin Flashnikov guy we got to deal with.
Kevin Kalashnikov. Oh man.
His name is forever Kevin
Yep,
now.
it's Kevin
Sorry.
now. Kevin Kalashnikov. All right. So, yeah. I mean, as far as he knows, there. He lays out this first scroll here, and he says this is a rough diagram of the interior from the side. It's a fairly tall structure, but you enter it from down near the bottom, and there's kind of one large floor, and then a staircase to a second floor, and then further up to the top where the Aeon Orb is at. But much of the interior is just solid stone. That's just these couple of floors here on the way up. But I don't know what all you'll run into there. I mean, I know that there are these demons and these lizard people that I've seen, and I have a feeling that their presence there, or whatever they're doing there, is what is disrupting the Aeon Orb and affecting the whole Isle. So I can only hope that, once they are all cleared out, and that the Aeon Orb will be able to recover, and the Isle will go back to, some sort of semblance of environmental normalcy.
This is an awful lot of conjecture, not a lot of hard facts.
I mean, I wish I did have more hard facts, but, with this group setting up there, and, the distraction here at the Hermitage with, this Beleni figure who came and sowed discord here. I've had my hands full a bit. I wish I could have gotten to you more information.
Like you could just be sending us to our deaths.
I mean, I would hope not. I mean,
But you don't know.
You are right. I do not. I do. One thing I do know that may be useful to you. I was able to map what I believe is most of the first floor, and let me know if this is all dark. Let me know. I can turn the.
It is.
It is okay. How about now?
Yep.
That's good.
You good? Okay. All right. So he mentions, this is what I was able to map of the first floor. The entrance on the west is from a ledge. There's a bit of a staircase on the outside to a ledge that goes into the structure. It's a bit of a pyramid shape. The tower is. So you come in from the side and down a set of stairs to the main area of the floor. There is one door that I know of, and that I believe was a door to a vault of some kind on the eastern end. You see there is the staircase in the middle, the central staircase that goes up to the next floor. Straight east of there is a solid wall. I know of there's a secret door in that wall if you check along it that you should be able to open and go into the room beyond. There may be more things of interest to you there. There are also a few other things that I was able to find. Let's see where. Am I looking at the right floor here? No. Okay. I do not have a map of the second floor, but I do recall that there are runes of some kind that are etched in the northern room. I don't know what they do, but they are connected to each other somehow. So you may want to watch out for those. But at least I hope this map of the first floor and the layout of the tower will be of some assistance to you in your quest.
Really?
Oh, there was one other important piece of information that I recall from my time there. when I initially visited, until these Zolgaths and demons and such moved in, the area was fairly empty and abandoned. Like, it didn't seem like anyone had been there in quite some time. Although I did notice that the rooms and the corridors especially, were suspiciously clean. I'm not sure why. I did not see anyone else there living there, but like all along the corridors, like all of the walls, like the walls and the floor and the ceiling of the corridors, it was almost like they had been wiped clean, like recently. All the several times that I'd been there, I never saw what was doing it, but that seemed very strange to me for an abandoned tower.
How long ago did you start going there?
This was the first time that I went there was a few months ago, to try and look into it. And over the course of the next several weeks, I went back several times to, try to map this out and see what I could find. That's when I put this together here. And then the most recent one, just a couple of weeks ago, was the time where I was not able to proceed due to the inhabitants that had set up these Zolgaths. But all of those times over the course of those months, I never saw another soul there until this demonic presence moved in. Nobody lived there. There was no sign of, habitation. No beds, no cooking supplies, no nothing. And I never heard anything either. But it was so clean. You would expect that such a place that abandoned would be filled with dust and grime and dirt, from the wind and time. But something was cleaning the corridors and the rooms, almost absorbing all of the filth of the place.
Maybe it was a ghost maid.
Perhaps, who can say?
Okay. So since we're rested and fed up, we start marching for the hotel.
You certainly can. Alright, so let's see.
Do we want to attempt another round of like treat injuries? I can't actually see the numbers next to anyone's name. Really?
I know Maz is still a little injured.
Are we trekking right to this tower, or can we sleep a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can
Maybe,
sleep as
like,
well.
Let the circus know we're going.
Yeah, I mean, you can certainly go back to the circus
Oh,
as
this
well.
wasn't like a brunch thing. This was like a before you sleep thing.
Oh, and if you just as a quick reminder, when you guys rescued the mayor here, he did mention that if you could try to rescue Harlock as well, and to please come and see him, if you were able to successfully rescue Harlock, and he did have some sort of reward for you as well for that assistance. So yeah, you can certainly go back into town and rest up and check with the mayor and your circus peeps and whatnot else if you wish.
Probably try to buy some healing potions or something.
That too. That might also be good. All right.
Okay, yeah, let's do those things.
Okay, cool. We'll say you head back into town. And I think before we get too much into that, and especially into the Aaron Tower, like I know it is a little bit early, but I also know that Riz has to work at like 4 in the morning. So
Gross.
I don't want to keep her up too late with that. And the Aaron Tower is going to be a whole thing anyways, so yeah. Before she conks out on us, understandably so. But yeah, nice job. We got the Hermitage out. And we'll pick this up next time with preparations around town.
Woo! All right, guys. Good game.
Cool stuff.
Yep.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Hell yeah. All right. So let me see who else is on, and we can go raid at this time. Who do we got? Oh, Ren's going. We'll go raid Ren.
Man, I'm playing the shit out of RimWorld. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna do some more of that. You guys have a good night.
I know.
He is. All right. Let's go raid Ren. And we'll see y'all later.